with 4 at the back, put Anu in midfield, push Song a bit further forward. Another option will also be to drop Haris into that back line. That's something they could also decide to do. And it does look like they're going to stick with the 5 at the back as it stands. Anu and Shadan in central midfield. Haris in the centre of that back 3. Safwan taking over Zulfami's position.
Welcome Baggett has come on for Rizky Ramadani. He's the man who flew in from the UK, played 1 game, got quarantined for a bit after a COVID scare, and then came back in his return game to score against Malaysia. Ezra Walian of Dutch and Indonesian heritage, the striker. Manu Mantan applies his trade in Malaysia. Let's see if these changes have any bearing early on. Irfan. And now Pratama Arhan. He's got Anu Mantan right on him. Slips that into Irfan. That is hit by the other Irfan. There's Baggett out to Pratama. Straight forward for Hassan Sani. So they've maintained their shape as well, Roshan, with 3 at the back Indonesia.
Yeah, I mean, at times, as I said, Alfiandra can step forward into midfield, which he's doing here. Rahmat as well can just drop into that back line. It's an excellent challenge by Alfiandra. 2 players coming together. He looked like he could have been seriously hurt, perhaps.
It's Nur Adam. Indonesian players trying to make a point here.
Go Nur Adam. There's nothing I could see that was wrong with that. Again, just one of those both players. There was a foot that connects with Alfiandra's face, but really, there's nothing Nur Adam could have done about that.
He looked pretty cool about it. He's on a yellow card, remember. There's Irfan. So Haris Harun going into the centre-back role that he was playing in with his club Lion City Sailors last season. And he's got that versatility, hasn't he, Roshan, to play either in midfield or in defence.
Yeah, Haris has always had that. Here he is, just looking to keep track of the movement of Ezra Walian. I think Haris has spoken recently about perhaps not being in full fitness as well. As Witan breaks free down this right-hand side.
Oh, he's been a real danger man, hasn't he? Witan Sulaiman to Irfan. 3 goals, 2 assists in this tournament. He is down and out at the moment, Irfan. Kambuaya. Here's Baggett. Applies his trade with Ipswich. The 23 side. Irfan is back on the pitch. About Ezra Walian, 24-year-old, who spent part of his youth career with AZ Alkmaar and Ajax Amsterdam, before making the move to Indonesia a couple of years ago.
And that was a good run by Song Woo-yong. And well defended, good covering from Arhan, the left back there. What he did, Song, was just drop deep and then spun around Baggett into that space that was created for him.
Good work there from Iksan. It's still Iksan. Well, it's got the ball right across the face of the goal, but fantastic perseverance from the striker.
This is what Singapore need a lot more of in the second half against this Indonesian side. That fight, that spirit, that willingness to go on and win these balls, win these challenges. It's wonderful work from Iksan. Just to make sure he was on Arhan there to win the ball back, put him under pressure. Tried to carve out an opportunity for himself. Just didn't have anyone gambling on the far post.
Gets that away. More Adam. Kambuaya. Shadan on him. Here's Walian. To Song Wei, a little bit of luck perhaps for him. Outside to Iksan. He's got Elkan Baggett right on him as well. Oh, good work again from the young man. No foul from Nazwa Nazari on Irfan. Here's Pratama. Irfan Jaya, look at that amount of space he has at the moment. Slips that in. Touch that from Witan Sulaiman.
Very good covering from Shadan. So important that he was alert to that and dropped himself back into his own penalty area. It was such an intelligent little flick in behind by Witan Sulaiman.
Terus masuk itu berarti.
So there is the Singapore skipper Haris Harun. Remember, he had COVID-19 as well not too long ago. It's injuries. His first competitive match in a couple of months was the opening game against Myanmar in this AFF Suzuki Cup. Faris Ramli run onto that ahead of Fakhruddin. Now Nur Adam. It's straightforward for Nadio.
Yeah, it's in the air a long time. In the air a long time. Easier for the goalkeepers to read the flight of that ball in those situations and get out to it. No real whip or pace on that. But there was an intelligent ball that he had played in behind for Faris Ramli just before that.
Alhamdulillah.
Encouraging start for Singapore.
Do you think there's just a bit more bite about them now?
Yeah, they're lacking a little bit of intensity in their first half.
Here's Pratama for Indonesia. Slips it to Irfan. Hanumantan's covered that, but still a loose ball. Irfan's shot is blocked by Irfan. It's Irfan Chaya to Irfan Fandi.
Ayo Pihir, mana Hir?
Turn there, isn't it? Such a threat, isn't it? Asnawi plays his football in Korea. Same club actually as this man's younger son, Shin Tae-yong's son. It's a video that's just come out. Actually, an old video of Shin Tae-yong discussing his move to Indonesia with the Korean superstar Son Heung-min of Tottenham Hotspur. They're at the stadium in London talking about that move in November 2019. He was considering it. Son Heung-min was encouraging him to go. Shin Tae-yong laughing about it, saying he needs to get pocket money for his son. Here is Iksan Fandi. Elkan Baggett, the task to keep close to him. He's done well here, Iksan, and he'll get the corner. See more of the ball, isn't he, Russia?
Yeah, but he's having to come out to this right-hand side quite a bit, Iksan, to get himself involved in the game. Not exactly where you want him in the area, but he's trying to make something happen for the Singapore side. Good energy, lots of pace, extra strength as well to hold off Baggett. Knows he's in a proper battle every time he's come up against Iksan. So far they've been he's been able to match him stride for stride.
Oh, that's a header, 3-1 for Iksan. High and wide though.
Yeah, again, they're able to win the first ball in these set-piece situations. That's where they are threatening the quality of delivery that comes in, and therefore difficult angle for him to perhaps just readjust his body as he tries to flick this one on.
He's got more touches in this first few minutes of the second half than he did in the entire first half.
I said Singapore had to improve on their passing percentages in terms of their the accuracy. It was 61% in the first half. It's already gone up 3% in the second.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, yep.
2 players down for Singapore.
Nazrul doing well, getting ahead of Irfan Jaya, and Anu's colliding Anu's knee with Nazrul's head. Nazrul looks okay. It's Anu who's getting treatment now.
Hopefully be able to run that off. Play continues here now. Alfreander Dewanga stepping out more and more, isn't he? Ahmad Irianto.
An extra body in midfield, as I said, his versatility allows him to do that.
Run along by Pratama to Irfan. 2 Irfans keeping a close eye on each other. There's a big bunch of Singapore fans there right behind Nazrul Nazari. And I hope their team on their support. Turns away in the box.
Hampir.
To Singapore, Song Woo-young's done well here. Still Song, but just a heavy touch. Mantan was looking to release Faris Rumley on the far side.
A bit of a shame that. Bit of a shame, just held on to it for a little bit too long, Song. Faris was free down that left-hand side, and Iksan had run himself into an offside position, so he couldn't receive. That opportunity for diagonal from Anu getting closed down very quickly.
Safety first for Haris Harun. Young, of course, took Korea to the World Cup in 2018, and they had a memorable result against Germany. Soon after. Here is that big throw coming in. We haven't seen it for a while from Pratama Arhan of Indonesia. Plenty of pace on it. Nice punch out from Hassan Sani. Here's Witan Sulaiman. Still with Witan. Asnawi.
Why?
With the right idea, wasn't it? To Irfan Jaya.
That was so good, so good. Irfan Jaya with the position that he took up there, a run that he made from outside in. Just have a look. I think he's kept himself, he's done really well to keep himself on side. Have a look at Nazrul here at the bottom of your screen. Keeps him on side.
Completely static, wasn't he?
And doesn't push up with that Singapore defensive line. He's trailing in behind, and Irfan Jaya was almost in behind there. Asnawi with clever disguised pass into the run of Irfan.
Now Anu Mantan for Singapore. Haris Harun. Faris Rumley. Song Woo-young. Nice interchange of passes. Harris's shot well over. The building a little bit more, Russian.
Well, that was really good from Singapore's perspective. The way they were able to make their way right through the middle of that Indonesian side. Lovely, quick 1 and 2 touch football. Gives and goes. Iksan's asking for it to have been played into him. His run here. Instead, Faris decides to have a shot. They've not had enough of those situations where they've passed it quickly like that. They've had those connections through the middle. Those combination plays for Singapore have been missing.
Irfan has gone down here. Rahmat wasn't too impressed. But I think that's fair enough. That's an elbow into the face of Irfan Fandi. There's Faris Ramli. Sharan Sulaiman looks up for his options. Now Anumantan. It's too much on that pass, but there is Nazrul Nazari. Looking for his brother Iksan. Foul on Song Eui-yung. He became a Singapore citizen just a few months ago. This tournament, his first competitive matches. Singapore's first naturalised player in a long, long time. Korean has been here for a decade or so. And Russian was an ex-teammate of yours, and just tell us some attributes of this player, Song Eui-yung.
Well, you see it on the pitch when he plays. You know, you see it in the training sessions. His energy, his work rate, ability to carry the ball forward. So he's a very strong runner with the ball. And what he's added to his game over the last few years or so, as he's developed, as he's grown, 50-50 possession there. Indonesia still leading by a goal to nil. What we've seen from Song as he's grown is the ability to add goals to his game, being played in more advanced positions for his club side, previously Home United. Now at times with the Lion City Sailors.
Played as a forward, didn't he, at the end of this last season?
Yes, that's right.
Versatile player, Song Eui-yung. Great addition to this Singapore side. There's Iksan. There's urgency here about the Lions at the moment. Fakidin gets there ahead of Iksan. Now Irfan Jaya. Rahmat Irianto, Ricky Kambuaya. Here's Alfred Andadewanga. Now Song Eui-yung. To thread that pass to Iksan. Irfan Jaya looking to slip that through to Ezra Walian. Shepherded out by Haris Harun. Singapore seem fairly solid at the moment, with Haris now moving into that back three.
Yeah, looks stable at the back for the moment. Better organisation, and they're starting to look a little bit better with the ball.
That move
in possession.
Anu in the holding role. What do you think? It's pretty good. It's worked.
It's worked for now. I mean, Anu, in terms of that profile of a player, he's not the most progressive in possession, but he's got good strength. He's a ball winner in the midfield. I think a lot of the creative element from midfield is probably going to come from Song, and they've pushed him further forward alongside Iksan, him and Faris, and then we've got Shadan in there as well.
Good challenge from Song, wasn't it? Lovely take here from Faris. Faris! Oh, in a great position. Took it on his weaker left foot. And that is their best opportunity of this half, Singapore.
Oh, wonderful work from Faris. This is really good from Singapore. The way they win the ball back here, Song with a challenge. And then Faris, have a look at this lovely bit of skill. And you're backing him, once he gets into that position, you're backing him to finish it off. Wonderful here. He just sends Fakrud in the wrong way. Trying to bend it to the far corner of the goal. Faris
certainly has made an improvement as far as Singapore are concerned. Mistake. Malcolm Baggett took the ball away, he ran in for Indonesia.
Not had the best of impacts, Malcolm Baggett, since coming on. And Indonesia here Just at times, defensively looking a little bit shaky. Singapore starting to up the tempo of their play.
And it's a double substitution for Singapore. Zulkarnain Suleiman, who's been the preferred right back, or right wing back, as the case may be today, is now going to come on. He's going to come on ahead of Nur Adam. So he's going to go into that left wing back role. Song Wei-yong has been taken off by Shawal Anwar. He was really making an impact, wasn't he, Song?
Yeah, again, I don't know if it's a fitness issue that they're sort of managing. But again, different type of player. Shawal coming in, lots of pace. You can see his acceleration here already. He looks to try and track back and help his side out defensively. He's good with his off-the-ball runs as well, Shawal Anwar. Decent technician, his ability on the ball.
Indonesia are now bringing on their team captain, Ewan Dimas, for Rahmat Wirianto. This is the change we saw in the last game against Malaysia.
Yeah, I think what Ewan Dimas will bring with his introduction here is a bit more control for Indonesia and possession in midfield. I think they've lost control of the game a little bit. Perhaps needing not just fresh legs in there, but someone who's very comfortable in possession, can try and dictate the tempo for them in those areas.
So Shawal across his right-hand side. Dimas, centre of midfield for Indonesia. Here's Irfan Jaya. On the top by Sultan Sulaiman.
Yeah, good control defensively again from Singapore. They're making sure they track runners. They got themselves a lot better organised out of possession.
Shadan. Again, release Shawal now. They've got some pace up there, haven't they?
Have a look at that. Singapore's pass percentage is, in terms of the accuracy of passes, gone up to 67% now.
Indonesia's as well, it's gone up a little bit to 75. Singapore certainly look an improved unit in the second half. There's Asnawi. Dimas seems to be around forever, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's been playing football for a long time now. I'm just looking at the attempts, 6 each to Singapore and Indonesia, and both with 5 shots from inside the box. Just the one for both of them going from outside the box.
It looks like Amy Reka is also going to come on very shortly. There's also movement on the bench there. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to take off Iksan Fandi. Will they play 2 out-and-out strikers? They don't need to get Russian, right? Another whole game to come. Interesting to see what they do. Here's Shawal. Maybe with that second game in mind. 20-minute run out for Amy Reka.
Interesting to see if it's Iksan or Faris actually that potentially comes off here.
There's Ewan Dimas. Afrenda Dewanga, El Kumbagan. Kambuaya. Here's Sultan Sulaiman, has come onto this left-hand side for a bit. Suleiman, strong header. Here's Faris. Still Faris, he slips this through. Flag has stayed down, and it has made its way through. It is the impossible. Iksan Fandi has made it 1-all. The home
They've deserved that goal, and straight away he asked to be taken off. They've deserved that goal, Singapore. I think they've been the better side in the second half. They started to find a flow and a rhythm in the game. They started to string passes together. Let's have a look at this run. Yeah, he's onside. Well, clear onside. And I wasn't sure if he was... that he was going to score there. This takes a bit of a deflection of Nadeo, and the angle was against him as well. But what was important here, Faris does such a great job of drawing the defender towards him, beating him, and then releasing that pass into the space that was left behind. But you remember the ball that came across, and it was headed first time by Zulkarnain. And there were cries of time. And normally when you hear that, you think, okay, I'll take it down and bring it forward. But what was crucial was that he headed it first time right into the feet of Faris, and then Singapore could turn around and counter-attack quickly.
His third goal in the tournament, Iksan Fandi's first two came in the opening game. And I tell you what, he scored. That was probably his last bit of action, regardless of what happened anyway. He asked to get taken off. That was the decision anyway by Tatsuma. He's done his part. Singapore will be hoping he'll be absolutely fine for the second leg in just a few days' time. Shalalwa racing down, he won't get there. Wonga is also pretty quick. This game, of course, now livened up with about 20 minutes to go. Roshan, this is beautifully poised now, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. Wonderful, and not just for the rest of this one, but for the second leg as well.
Reminder, we're playing two legs. There is no home and away legs in this at all. So the second semi-final is tied on aggregate. We will go to extra time, potentially penalties. Manga has gone down and then quickly gets up. And now listen to the National Stadium. It's got the crowd going, that goal. But there's no doubt the change has made a difference. Shalalwa went down, and it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it was so important that Ricky Kamboya got that timing of his challenge spot on in that situation. Any sort of touch away from Ricky Kamboya, and this is a penalty. You can see that he makes a connection with the ball here, Ricky Kamboya. Fantastic challenge. Looks like Shawa's going to be running away with it, but important interception from Kamboya.
They've lost one of their best receivers on the set piece, Iksan, but there's a chance here off the woodwork. Opportunity for Safwan Baradin to make it two.
They almost make this set piece count. Again, in wonderful quality from Shadanami. His deliveries have been excellent. And Safwan again Singapore get a first head on it, but they can't punish Indonesia. He's unlucky.
But it's just enlivened this crowd here in the National Stadium. It's a sea of red looking for that ball. Anu Mantan won that header. Faris, Fahimi Reka. Here's Evan Dimas. Indonesia trying to control the ball again. Control this game. Nazrul Nazari. Here's Ricky Kamboya. Ratama. This is quickly to Zulkarnain Suzliman. Willing them on the crowd here at the National Stadium. Someone opts for safety.
Well, this could be a formula for Singapore going forward, you know. If they decide to go with five at the back, Faris dropping into central defence alongside Safwan and Irfan for the rest of the competition. However long they've got left in it. I mean, they've looked much better organised in the second half, defensively and in possession as well. They're looking so much better that they've increased the tempo of their play. Indonesia, the ones that have started to just look a little bit wobbly in certain situations.
There's Haris Harun to Shadan Sulaiman. It's also, this is zipping the ball around more, aren't they?
The better connections now. You know, players are closer to each other. They can pass it, and there's a bit more confidence on the ball in possession.
Foul by Asnawi there.
Opening up the pitch a little bit better as well with the positions that they're taking up. And again, they're connecting the passes a lot better here.
One ball. Oh, lovely work. Shawal. Firstly, the ball won by Hanumantan.
A good bit of skill by Emi. And it just takes the contact and wins the free kick. Clever bit of play.
Will be a lot happier, won't he? Tatsuma Yoshida. Now you can really hear the chants for the Singapore crowd, but here come Indonesia. Evan Dimas. Intan Sulaiman. Away by Haris. That was the first touch was from Irfan. Ricky Kampuaya. That's outside the box.
Oh, I think Pratama Arhan has gone over to say it's right on the line. If it's on the line, it should be a penalty. Clumsy from Nazrul. Could have really been punished here. Oh, that's a penalty.
That's it, the box, isn't it?
Oh, that should have been a penalty. Very fortunate, Singapore, that there's no video assistant referee, because that should have been a penalty to Indonesia.
Yeah, from the angle we were on, it was very, very tight. The referee immediately pointed to a free kick. As you can see from that replay, a clear penalty for Indonesia. That will be a talking point. Not many protests on that one either. Here's Evan Dimas. What's happened? I'm not sure. The rest of them do. Indonesia about to make another change here. Haris Putra is going to come on. He's done his job magnificently. Wow. The man who's only been on for about half an hour is off. Rawalian is taken off by Haris Putra.
It's never something I think most players want to have, but he goes across to his coach, shakes his hand.
I was looking for that potential flashpoint.
That's flipped over. El Kabaget, he'll be the one that they'll look for in these sort of situations. Haris Sagara Putra, 22 years of age. Just his second cap. His first one was coming on against Malaysia right at the end of the last game. Maybe Reka. There's our foul, yes. And Derwanga is furious. thinking his head.
Important for Emireka to make sure he held on to it or won a free kick in that situation. Singapore under a little bit of pressure. Indonesia starting to get themselves back into this game.
Shawal trying to get a touch on. Here he's back on the ball. Tama trying to clear it. It will be a throw-in for Singapore. Alfrandia Dewanga. Away by Evan Dimas. 10 minutes left in this match, plus some added time, and this is just the first of 2 legs for Singapore and Indonesia.
Well covered by Haris. Seems more comfortable in the centre of defence. He's done in midfield in this competition.
Indonesia have responded fairly well since that goal. A good little spell right after it. Trying to get a grip on this game, aren't they, again? Evan Dimas with the delivery. Straightforward for Hassan Sani. He was looking out at Faris Ramli, and he's going to deliver the ball to him anyway. That was perhaps telegraphed. Great work there from Hannes. Here is the new forward. Now Asnawi. Away by Shalan Sulaiman. Dewanga is there ahead of Emireka. Here is Evan Dimas. Good work here from Hannes to the wing back. And Pratama. Foul on Faris Ramli.
Well, Hannes has already made a really good impact since coming on for Rawalian. Been buzzing around that forward line, already linking up on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side. Going to cause a few issues for the Singapore defence with his link-up play. It's been such an even game of football. Fascinating to see the changes from the first half and into the second.
Mantan on Hannes, who's done a great turn and shot, but straight at Hassan Sani.
Well, Hannes in 45. Singapore, wonderful work here. Spins away, receives it. Off Hafiz Noor, testing the goalkeeper. It's a really good shot, difficult one as well to execute. It's bouncing around like that from range at speed.
So well, didn't he? Singapore here with Shalan Sulaiman's corner. Away by Baggett. You think, Roshan, this might be the template now, right? With Haris in the 3 and perhaps Anumantan there in midfield?
Yeah, that could work for them. I mean, again, it really depends on what they're trying to do, right? It changes from game to game, and just because it's working now doesn't necessarily mean.
Here's Evan Dimas.